What is up, everyone? My name is Tony. Welcome back to my channel where I react to K-pop. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy my reaction. If you do, please consider liking and subscribing. Definitely helps me out. You can also feel free to follow me on Instagram and or Twitter if you were interested. Links are down in the description. I always follow back. And yeah, other than that, we are back with some Only One of. I really enjoyed your guys' comments about Chromarts and what it's supposed to mean. I like the first time I listened to it, like it kind of like the lyrics gave me vibes of only one of like wanting to like give protection and like wanting to take like the weight of the world like off our shoulders. And then like when I was editing, I was kind of like looking more deeply into it and I was like, okay, actually now that I'm like looking over the lyrics again, now it's kind of giving me like gaslighting, like those kind of vibes. And I started like rethinking the whole song and I was like, maybe the protection is like a form of control. Um and yeah, like I don't know. Like that's that's the vibe that I started to get when I like checked it out again. Um and there's another part of the lyrics that got to me too and I was like, okay, that sounds a bit more like manipulation tactics kind of thing. Like so I personally have never been in a relationship with like a major manipulator. I've definitely been screwed over by fuck boys, the boys that kind of like flower you with charming words, but then, don't really care about you. Like they're just trying to get the sex that they want. I've definitely been charmed by those kinds of people, but I've never been like trauma bonded or like anything like that. But I do have people in my life who I've seen go through those things. One of them being my sister with her ex-wife, and the other one being my best friend and roommate. Even though I've never personally experienced it, I've seen people that I love and care about go through it. And the lyrics kind of reminded me of like whenever you first meet someone and they only show you their good sides, right? Like they're charming, they're perfect, like they take you places, they buy you things, like you think that this is the best relationship you've ever been in and everything's going great and wonderful and you build those emotions for that person and then 2 months later they start showing their real selves. They start kind of isolating you a bit from your friends and family. They kind of uh guilt trip you about things, make things seem like it's always your fault, it's never their fault. And you kind of like you know that it's wrong and you know that that's not how you should be treated, but you're just that bond, that trauma bond has already happened, right? Like that bond has already been connected and now you just try to convince yourself that you're the crazy one here and the issue is with you, not with them. So that's kind of like where my mind started going with Chromarts. And I was like commenting with I'm sorry. I know who my regular commenters are. Like I make sure to know like who my regular commenters are, but I sometimes I can't remember who exactly I have these conversations with. Like I can't remember the name, but I remember the conversation. That's just my brain, unfortunately. But we were kind of talking about, I was kind of saying how I thought the narrator of the song was the person the person doing the manipulation. Like, I'm gonna protect you, I'm gonna take care of you, but then in the same breath being like controlling and, stuff like that. And then the other person thought that it was the opposite. They thought it was the person who was being manipulated, telling the story. And I was like, well, maybe it could be, a double narration, and it's both the manipulator and the person being manipulated telling the story. So I've seen that there's a lot of interpretations out there. So if you guys want to like tell me more, you're more than welcome to. I find it super interesting. Again, excuse me, I'm sorry. Again, this is exactly why I love OnlyOneOf's music so much, is that you can listen to a song, interpret it one way, and then you can listen to it again and interpret it a completely different way. That's the love of OnlyOneOf to me. Is that I can think about their music in so many different ways, and they bring so many different aspects to one song, religion and abuse and, mental health, and, they just bring so many different things to a song that it's so fascinating to me. And that's why I love them, and that's why I will always support them. But anyway, as I said last time, I wanted to get into their B-sides that I haven't listened to yet. A lot of you guys suggested Designer, but I actually already reacted to it. I'll put the link down in the description if you guys haven't seen my reaction to Designer. But there were 3 songs that I really, really wanted to get to that you guys also commented, and that is picassO, Instinct, and I'm sorry, I don't know how to say this. byredO, by guys, how do I pronounce this? I'm stupid. Look, there's even byredO, byredO. Let's listen to this.
Say it.
byredO.
byredO is how it is usually said
byredO.
in English.
Okay. I've heard of the word before. I just never knew how to say it. What does that mean, by the way? I actually don't know. It's a luxury brand founded in Stockholm, with an ambition to translate memories and emotions into products. That is super fascinating. Sweet smelling perfume. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna see if that is kind of how the song goes as well. I just want to listen to the lyrics. I read the lyrics and see if I can figure out what it's about. byredO. Okay.
제게 조각난 듯이 손발이 저려오는 걸 조금 낯선 취기지만 나쁘지는 않네. I know how to do 느낌이 나게 표정 감춰도 다 들어 나의 365 days 너의 모든 감정 그 모든 순간에 여기에 담아줘 내게 닿는 빛이 Maybe ain't no sunshine Take it off, yeah byredO, baby 코끝에 스친 너의 향기를 소유하고 싶게 만든
Okay, so that kind of makes me sound like it's going in the direction of the perfume.
forget 투명하게 간직할게 Leave it baby 본능을 믿어같이 기억해
I'm surprised at how much English is in this song.
이미 다 맞춰진 조각
Sorry, that line went by so fast that I didn't get to read it all. Okay.
이미 다 맞춰진 조각 사이 작은 습관 하나같이 껴지게 내가 예측했던 그 모양대로 섞이고 얽히는 단어한 투두 느낌이 나의 설명 안 해도 다 알잖아 yeah. 여섯 번째 프로젝트 그녀와는 좀 다른 장면을 담고 싶은데 내게 닿는 숨이 Maybe ain't no perfume Take it off, yeah byredO, baby 코끝에 스친 너의 향기를 소유하고 싶게 만들어 날 Spray for me every night yeah. 뿌려줘 내게 쉽게 baby 향기에 난 또 머리가 도네 baby 작은 유리병 속에 담아지는 기억 Baby 1, 2, 3 한 번씩 차오르는 너의
Sorry, I just want to go back to Mill with that like little line.
작은 유리병 속에 담아지는 기억 Baby 1,
No.
2, 3 한 번씩 차오르는 너의 감정이
I think mm, I think like again I feel like this is another song of OnlyOneOf kind of talking about like wanting to be completely immersed in a person, if that makes sense. Like, oh, I don't know how to describe it. Like it goes beyond just love or affection. Like it's like I feel like a lot of their songs are about obsession and possession and control, and I don't know how to describe it. Like just wanting to be like, I don't know, like entranced, like it, like I don't know how to describe it. I feel like you guys will know what I mean though. And also I kind of like how they're like following along with like the perfume idea, and also kind of talking about how like certain scents can bring up certain memories and certain feelings for people, which like is very true. I don't know, like how our senses work is so interesting to me, but that's the vibe that I get.
Baby, you know what I say. I want you to pick up my sense, baby. What you think? Because example, 익숙한 느낌에 끌리지. Spray for me every night. I want you to pick up my sense, baby. 향기에 난또 머리가 도네. 작은 유리병 속에 담아지는 기억. Dripping 1, 2, 3 한 방울씩 차오르는 너의 감정이 투명하게 보이네. Baby, you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I like the ending of that a lot. Definitely, again, definitely like, I don't know, like OnlyOneOf, they just love their sensual songs so much. Like but I love it too, so it's okay. But like that's just the vibe that I personally got from the song. But yeah, that's what I took from the song. That's how I interpret it. But again, like how I interpret it now could be like so different like later on. You know what I mean? Like I just OnlyOneOf's good at that, you know? They're very good at making me like think the lyrics over and over, you know? But next let's get into Instinct. Ooh.
스르들은 본능의 뼈 먼저 건드린 건 너야 yeah. 아마도 baby 너도 모르게 날 샤득한 건지도 어쩜 어리석은 말 같아 넌 이미 중독적인 맛이야 대체 왜 이 방에 끌려나 Yeah, I think about it.
Sorry, I'm gonna go back to the beginning.
Yeah, 아마도 baby.
Sorry, I'm trying to like understand how I feel about that lyric.
너도 모르게 나 자극한 건지도 Girl 어쩜 어리석은 말 같아 넌 이미 중독적인 맛이야 대체 왜 이 방에 끌려나 Yeah, I think about it. 내게 다시 그렇지 향기 마음에 드는 홀리 홀리 이리들 적셔 속여드는 듯 너를 담은 짙은 향기 잊고 싶어 oh my body 이 순간이 너를 가득 기억하도록 네가 건넨 립밤은 고해 마치 나를 아는 듯해 yeah. 추적한 baby 너의 입술이 나 자작한지도 Girl 나만 착각하는 거라면 네 눈빛 좀왜 나를 향해 oh, 너 눈에 짧은 숨을 뱉어내 Yeah, I think about it 네가 살짝 걸치는 향기 마음에 들어 hold it, hold it 이리 적셔 섞여드는 듯 너를 담은 짙은 향기 잊고 싶어 on my body 이 순간이 너를 가득 기억하도록 I put you back 텅 빈 방 안에 정말 못한 채 떠난 너를 삼키며 네가 남긴 깊은 향기 자꾸 불러 call me, call me 마다 점점 스며들던 듯 너를 담은 짙은 향기 잊고 싶어 oh my body 이 순간이 다시 가득 떠오르는 밤 I don't want your love tonight 아프니까 이 밤을 가득해 나도 모르게 네가 자꾸
Okay, I'm like starting to get a bit confused by the lyrics right now. Sorry. Cuz like, okay, so like in the beginning you're saying that this other person in the song tempted you without realizing? Like, what? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Like, they provoked you without them realize. Well, then they're not provoking you because it's not purposeful. Like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to wrap my head around like what I'm trying to say right now. Like, it's not provoking unless they're intentfully trying to get your attention. Trying to get your attention. You know what I mean? Like you're at that point, if it's not intentional of them trying to get your attention, then you're just like making up this whole thing in your mind that they're trying to provoke you. And it's not reality. Like, you're just... Sorry, I'm trying, I'm so confused by what they're trying to say. Like, I don't know. Does that make sense? Like you just have it in your mind that they're trying to provoke you, but they're actually not. I don't know. And then, so then you want to say that, like, they provoked you without realizing it, but then at the end, you're saying, I don't want your love because it hurts. Where's the one? Like what? I'm so confused. If you guys want to like give me like your interpretations of the song, because like instinct, I automatically think like it's about people following their instinct, right? Like whether that could be instinct in the terms of following my instinct when it comes to how I feel about people. Like, if my instinct is telling me this is a genuine person or this is a shitty person, then you're going to follow that instinct, right? Or, it could also be in the sexual, term. Like, I have a sexual desire for this person, so I'm gonna, I'm gonna take act on those instincts. You know what I mean? Which, like, knowing OnlyOneOf, it's probably talking more in, like, the sexual sense, but it could be either, you know what I mean? But I'm just very confused by, like, that one line, and I feel like it's tripping me up. Like, how are they provoking you if it's not intentional? I just feel like that's such a guy thing to say. But, like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I'm not understanding. So if somebody could, like, kind of explain to me, like, how they felt about the song. I like the sound of the song, though. I kind of like the guitar and stuff like that. But I'm just confused by the lyrics. And then they're like, they're like, you provoked me, and then you hurt me. I'm not. I don't know. If someone could, like, give me their, like, maybe I'm just, like, not understanding. Maybe this person, like, decided to follow their sexual instinct and kind of pursue that person sexually, and then feelings got involved, and then they realized that that person was not having the same feelings, and then they got hurt. I don't know. This one has me a little bit confused. Interesting. If someone would please, like, give me their, like, thoughts and opinions on instinct, I'd be very much appreciative, because I feel like I'm being too caught up in that one lyric, and I don't know how to feel about it. But I don't know if that's what they actually meant by that lyric. So please correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, next we're getting into picassO, and then I also have the art pop version of picassO to do after this, so can't wait for it. Which I'm guessing they're going to be more on the, like, artistic vibes, right? Because of picassO. I don't really know, though. Yeah. The picassO just reminds me of Pikachu. Sorry. It just made me laugh.
있지 내가 줄게 다 긴장은 풀어도 돼 Ain't the bird the 야야 좀 더 가까이 비사철 조준해줘 Shooting your canvas Drawing your inside 길을 너 자세하게 피카소 이곳 같은 피카소
I personally find it interesting that they're saying draw it in the canvas with details like Picasso, but like Picasso never really had detailed art. Like it was sorry, now I just gotta look up like Picasso art. Like it was always like it was always just so like what's the word I want to look like shapes, you know what I mean? Like it was all based on shapes and like putting those shapes together to create a form, right? Like I don't know if you consider that detail though. I mean, I guess like detail in like especially like this one, like I mean detail in like the hair, detail in like the bone, like the bones underneath the skin, like I don't know, I just find that interesting. But anyway, I was just curious at that line. I feel like they did that on purpose. The picassO. Picasso. I think like again, I think like a huge thing that people think about with artists and their art is having like a muse, right? Like that's the kind of vibe that I get from this song. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I always think whenever I think of like, you know, famous artists and their paintings, right? Like a lot of them always had some type of muse. Not always, not always a like lover kind of muse, but most of the times, yes. I don't know, that's just like what I think of whenever I'm like hearing a song like this, if that makes sense. I think the sounds in that one was very very different. I don't know how to describe it though. I don't know. I feel like this was a lot of OnlyOneOf's like kind of playing with things kind of stage, like kind of playing with different sounds and different like synths, different effects like and stuff like that in their music, which like I'm all here for. I love experimenting. I'm here for it. But I really want to get into the art pop remix version. I'm super curious as to how that's gonna sound, so let's get it. And this is also a version without love, which kind of sucks, but you know. Ooh.
내 눈을 봐봐 돼 내가 줄게 더 긴장은 풀어도 돼 페인터블도 칠해 야야 선명해 기대 피사체 조준해줘 슈리니 캔버스 주유이서 너 자세하게 피카소 일곱 가지의 빛깔로 yeah Baby what kind do you like 좀 멋지나 돼서
I honestly can't say whether I like this version better or not, but it definitely brings some interesting textures to the song, if that makes sense. Like it definitely I don't know how to like definitely a lot more poppy, if that makes sense, but I don't know if I could like pick which song I like better though. Like which version.
럽한 널 새게 정신 못 차리네 눈빛만 봐도 I know 뭘 원하는지 알아 Must have thinking of each other 보이는 대로 널 표현해
It seems like they pretty much kept the like the chorus the same. It does look like they changed up some of the verses. Ooh. I think art pop is definitely a really good genre for Only One Of. I just think they do it very well.
그림 따위로 너를 담담한 내기에 이 밤은 너무도 짧게 yeah We say always until midnight midnight 해가 뜨기 전까지 어디 가지마 여기 나와 미쳐봐 하얀 캔버스에 누워 더 졸림이 좀 나의 줄임이 spreading your mind 그려 너 자세하게 피카소 일곱 가지의 빛깔로 yeah Baby what kind do you like 좀 더 진하게 보여줘 자세하게 피카소 Like a girl soft yeah Baby I put some on your wings picasso
That's interesting. I don't know. I might like the art pop version a little bit more, I'm not gonna lie. But again, like I just they bring so much into their art. I mean, music is their art, right? And they just bring so many different aspects to it. I mean, I don't know. I personally don't know a lot about Picasso as a person. Like I just know his art. Um Only because when I was taking French in high school, we had to learn the French artists um and stuff like that. So yeah, which I know he's Spanish by the way, but he like mostly painted when he was in France. But yeah, I don't know, like I just find it so fascinating, like because it's not like they're just like making this music like on on what's the word? On general knowledge of these things. Like to me it seems like they really do their homework and they really do their studying and research on these things before they actually make a song about it. You know what I mean? Like anybody can have general knowledge of Picasso and like write a song, right? Like anybody could do that, but I feel like Only One Of does do a lot of researching and staying informed whenever they're creating their music. At least that's what I get. At least that's what I get from their music, but that's just me. But yeah, okay, that's it for me today. I will probably be back with like, I think I'm just gonna try to do these in sets of three. I feel like three is like a good like 3 or 4 songs is like a good, excuse me, good like video to like get out there for you guys. So I'll be back with 3 or 4 songs next time. I'm still trying to figure out, but I will be setting all of this aside whenever they do like finally have their comeback, by the way. I do want to say that like I will prioritize that for sure, Soul Collection. But yeah, all right guys, that's it for me. I hope you guys stay safe, stay healthy, be yourselves, and have a good day. Bye guys.
너 거짓말처럼 나는 들어 이젠 날카롭게 내 목을 줘 차근차근 떨어지는 feet 준비가 됐다면 내게 몸을 맡겨 걸음걸이마저 다르게 여유를 즐겨 lay back 표정은